Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Zmore the Dad in DPS. We're back again with another episode of SCRIP My Pants, where I basically spend 2k script in order to see if I get anything unusual. Now today's video pretty much is going to be based on the mystery pick, which is currently on at Purveyor Merkeberg, which essentially you pay 60 script and you will get a random legendary item from the entirety of the pool, whether it be melee, gun, armor, or power armor. Yeah, this is going to end badly, isn't it? But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Now, obviously, because it is the mystery pick, we're going to get a little bit of an odd group and an odd amount in terms of script usage. But, you know, I'm not changing the name of the series. Anyway, let's begin. Alright, Juggernaut's Fire Axe, VATS crits, breaks 50% slower. Obviously, melee weapons and Juggernauts don't really go together because, you know, you're getting hit quite a lot in comparison to other weapons. So yeah, not the best, probably gonna script it. Executioner's Mr. Handyblade. So Mr. Handyblade, I wish so very much this weapon didn't exist. Ooh. Unyielding Trapper Chest Beast, Hunger and First grow 10% slower and slowly regen radiation damage while not in combat. Now this one has two effects that do not work together, Unyielding and the radiation thing. Other than that, it would have been a really good piece of armor, but that's going to have to mean that you're going to keep topping up your radiation, which isn't ideal for an unyielding build. Oh well. I went prematurely. Regenerating Excavator Torso, slowly regenerate health while not in combat. 1 agility, breaks 50% slower. Now, these things don't break very quick, so the bottom effect not really that relevant. 1 agility is okay, I suppose. But regenerating is just one of the naffest effects you can get, especially on a power armor piece, sadly. Not the best. Not the best at all. Auto Stim Ultra Sight Leg, 1 intelligence, and 5% chance to deal 100% poison to melee attackers. This one's okay. The auto stim is actually good on the basis that generally that is an okay effect to have. It stops you from having to use the the effect that automatically does it on the power armor, which allows you to use something else instead. So an alright piece of armor, not the best, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Gormon's Western Revolver with 25 damage while aiming, 1 perception. I think I've got better than this, if I'm honest. Gormon's isn't the best damage effect, but with the plus 25 damage while aiming, it's an okay weapon. Very okay, not great, sadly. Vanguard's Raider Power Armor. Now, Vanguard's is actually one of the better effects to get on power armor because you're either you're either bloodied or you're not. So if you're not bloodied, this is actually quite decent. The fire resistant again is decent. The lock picking thing though, not really great. There are much better effects to get in this, like sentinels and things like that, but again, you can't really pick what you get. God, if you could, that would be amazing. Seal its 10mm, VATS hit chance and breaks 50% slower. Not the best weapon, probably gonna script it. Next we have Chameleon Forest Scout Armor Chest Piece, plus 1 agility, 5% chance to deal 100 frost damage to melee attackers. Again, probably gonna script that as well. Unfortunately, we're not getting much this week. Bloodied Baseball Bat, reflects melee damage by 50% and 1 agility. This is not the best. Bloodied is a good effect, but the other two effects are very much not relevant to this weapon at all. So sadly, it doesn't quite, you know, meet up to the snuff of something I would use. Troubleshooter's Power Fist, replenish action points with each kill, breaks 50% slower. Same problem as the other one. It's just not got any effects that really work with it at all. I mean, the replenish action points with each kill is about the best effect on there, the rest are just meh. Junkie's Short Combat Rifle, VATS crits, and Stealth Field. This is actually a moderately okay weapon. The biggest problem is Junkies is kind of garbage these days, sadly. But other than that, it's actually an okay weapon. Stealth Field I proved earlier, not earlier, but in a previous video, it's actually an okay effect in order to stay hidden. But yeah. Gormon's Handmade, 25% faster fire rate, 1 agility, actually the best pull so far. Obviously, if you're running a Gormon build, this is one of the nicest weapons you could have. Handmaids with fire rate are reliable. No matter what you do, it's very reliable weapon, very powerful, and not the best combination, but still not the worst. A couple more to go. Over here is heavy robot arm, 1 agility, food and drink, and chem weight reduced by 20%. The bottom and the top effect actually works really well together because you've got the food and chem weight reduction, so you can carry more food around. So that's actually okay effects in tandem with each other. Again, the agility could have been something better, but beggars can't be choosers. Not something I would definitely use because I've not got an Overeaters build, but could potentially consider it at some point. Chameleon Excavator's torso, 25 fire resistance, and Sentinels. This is a moderately okay. Like, for example, Sentinels on any of these is actually really good. The Chameleon effect I don't think works very well with power armor. I mean, if I'm wrong, correct me, but overall it's not the worst set of effects, and probably better than some of the ones that I've got on certain characters. And last but not least for this, bolstering T45 torso, 75 chance to reduce damage while sprinting, and 1 endurance. This is technically a low-key amazing power armor piece, especially when you're moving. Definitely something that I would wear on certain characters. So yeah, not bad at all. Let's move on. Alright, we're here with our next character. Now, you may notice that I don't have 1,000 script. That's because I kind of separated it out between characters this week. We'll get to see what we get. Furious War Drum, 40% more power attack damage, 1 strength. This is actually an okay combination of effects. Power attack damage isn't the best, but you know, not the worst weapon I've ever got. Exterminator's Warglaive with 25 damage while standing still, and that's critical meter. Great for smashing bugs. Don't know why in the name of God I'd want to use that though. Maybe we'll find out. Mutants Urban Scout armor with 1 intelligence and weapon weights reduced by 20%. This one's actually an okay piece of armor for a full health build. So yeah, it's actually not too bad. Might actually swap that onto a character that has full health. Regenerating Brotherhood right leg with 1 strength and 5% frost to melee. I'm probably going to script that. I'm not going to lie, it's not on my radar. Auto stem heavy metal leg with radiation resistance and reduces damage by blocking. Nope. God, this is awful. Chameleon T45 with radiation resistance and food, chem and drink weights. Probably going to script that as well, I won't lie. Troubleshooter Short Flamer with advanced critical doing 50% damage and 1 agility. Come on, give me something good. Instigating Pipe Pistol with 50 limb damage and 1 perception. That was not the good thing I needed. And last for this character, Gourmand Snub-Nosed 44 with bashing damage increased by 50% and 1 perception. Not a great gun. Bashing damage is never good on anything that is not specifically used for bashing, and I wouldn't be using this for bashing. Oh well. Last character. Alright, this should be relatively interesting. Let's see if we get anything good. Gilslayer's Heavy Metal Piece with action refresh and frost damage. No, not good. Junkie's Walking Cane, damage while standing still, and less damage while power attacking. God damn it, we're gonna get screwed over. Vampire's Golf Club with 40% swing speed and 25% less VATS cost. A god roll in almost any other weapon that I could have got, pardon me, in the melee side, but no, not in a golf club. Bolstering Arctic Marine Armour with 1 intelligence and frost damage. Now this one's actually kinda cool on the basis that it's bolstering 1 intelligence and the frost damage fits with the armour, but I can't see myself using it, I really can't. Unfortunate. Chameleon Secret Service with 1 strength and food and chem weights. If this was on a full health character, that'd probably be an okay roll, but it is not, unfortunately. Wood armor, regenerating, no thank you. Let's move on quickly. Regenerating Excavator Torso, 7% less explosion damage, 50% breaking slower. I really should not have went for the mystery pick, should I? Overeaters right arm, action refresh, and ammo weight reduction. Yeah, this has not been going well. Mutant Slayer's metal chest piece, 25 fire resistance, grants the ability to breathe underwater. Trash. Tonight's picks are going to be slim. Last but not least, Ghoul Slayer's Ultra Sight, 1 perception, ammo weight reduction by 20%. I have no idea what to put in the last part of this video. Really none. Let's see what I gather together. For my first pick of today, I think I'm going to go with Chameleon Excavator Torso. Now, Excavator armor is fantastic. Chameleon is not the best effect, but you know, if you're not wanting to be seen, you can just stand still and, you know, blend into the surroundings. On top of that, when you combine that with Sentinels, you're not going to be taking much damage with it. And on top of that, the fire resistance is nice. Overall, it's not the best combination of effects on like an Excavator Torso you could get, but it's better than a kick in the head, and it's certainly better than some of the ones my characters are using. I think for the second pick I'm going to go for the Bolstering T45 Torso. You've got the, I forget what that one's called, it's basically the other side of Sentinels. You reduce damage while sprinting and 1 endurance, and then you've got the plus 35 damage and energy resistance to lower your health. So for a bloodied kind of build on power armor, it's actually not a bad one to be using, especially if you enjoy running around. Obviously Sentinels would have been the better one in the middle, but you know, better that than any other effect in that slot. So yeah, it's not the best, but it's certainly one of the best I got tonight. Yeah, this is how bad today was. I think I'm going to have to go with the Gormon Short Handmade as the top pick of tonight. You've got 25% faster fire rate, 1 agility. There's nothing really wrong with this weapon, it's just not the best combination of effects in comparison. I mean, agility could have been replaced by so many different things, reload speed, VATS. Well, any VATS one in that spot would have been great, and Gormon's is not the best effect either. It's not the worst, obviously. It's still extra damage, and if you do have that particular build and that's the kind of thing you want to use, then it would be a fairly decent and competent weapon. It's just a little bit disappointing is all. So that was today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, keeps me motivated. And let's thank our members, which are Golty, Wyatt Blackburn, Wallers, me, Dealfin Gaming, Colin G, Brian RMC, Peggy McKnight, Matazbo, Dragon God Slayer X, Devilman Games, Marcus Carasso, Scott S, and Bubba Doodle Mom. Big thanks to all of you. We can't do this without you, and it helps again once to motivate me. And if you'd like to become a YouTube member, there is a join link down below the video. Click that button, and yeah, you'll see your name here at the end of all my videos. So overall, tonight has been it's been pish. Been absolute pish. But what can I do? I can't win something amazing every time. I certainly don't all the time for certain, but you know, that is the name of the game, and when you gamble using this method, well, there's not much you can do about it. But yeah, we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.